What up, good people? Back with today's reflection. In today's reflection, I want to talk about why God used the snake or the serpent in general to represent Satan or evil. And when I was talking with God, he asked me, he said, when you think about snakes, what's the first things that come to mind? And I said, well, snakes are poisonous. And so I looked it up because I always want to further my knowledge and my wisdom about everything. And it come to find out, snakes aren't poisonous at all. There's not one poisonous snake in the history of the world. Snakes are actually venomous. And the difference is, when something is poisonous, it affects you by the touch or it affects you by digestion. So like a poisonous mushroom, if you eat it, or a poison ivy, if you touch it. Snakes actually have to bite you and release toxins into your bloodstream for you to be affected. And so God says, so think about all the things that you know of snakes. I said, okay, well, they sneaky. They usually creep amongst the weeds. They can bite you and release toxins into your bloodstream. Some of them can squeeze you to death. Some of them swallow you whole. They don't make a lot of noise. They probably, most of the time, they notice you before you notice them. And he said, well, so think about Satan. And if the light bulb popped on, I'm like, Satan is the exact same way. Satan tries to put different thoughts into us, negative, venomous thoughts into us. Satan tries to squeeze the life out of us, so he uses different circumstances like financial, health circumstances, the economy, relational circumstances to try to squeeze the life out of us. And he also tries to keep us in darkness. When you're in darkness, it's like you're being swallowed. You can't see outside. It seems like the world and the walls are closing in on you. And I said, that's why he used snakes, because Satan is a snake. And not to say all, because I know God created all creatures, so I know there are some snakes that have a purpose, like gardener snakes. They keep the rodent population down. But in general, I can see why God used the serpent as negative connotation to represent Satan. Peace.